Bonjour, nous sommes aujourd'hui dans la compétition en équipe. Nous avons deux, deux, euh, deux équipes ici. On appelle les équipes les athlètes qui sont combinés en BC1, BC2. Et on appelle le jeu en paire, les BC3 et les BC4 jouent en paire. Donc maintenant, c'est l'équipe de Terre-Neuve qui affronte la Colombie-Britannique. So we have here Team Newfoundland versus Team British Columbia. Teams are combined of BC1, BC2 athletes, and the pairs that you will see today are combined BC3 players, and the pairs are also in the BC4 categories are called pairs. So we're in a team warm-up right now. They have the same amount of time to warm up. So we have Team Newfoundland here warming up with their jack ball. So we're at the Canadian Boccia Championship here in Quebec City 2021. Vous êtes ici au championnat canadien 2021 ici à la ville de Québec. Nous avons une merveilleuse compétition cette semaine en individuel, des parties très proches, de la très bonne compétition. Et aujourd'hui, c'est uniquement le jeu d'équipe. Donc l'échauffement ici maintenant pour la Colombie-Britannique. On a eu quand même hier droit à toutes les finales en BC1, BC2, BC3 et BC4. Notre médaille d'or ici, vous voyez au centre du terrain en individuel, c'est Hanif Mauji. So our gold medalist is on the court right now from yesterday's competition, Hanif Mauji. And in Team Newfoundland, we have Mike Mercer, who won the gold yesterday in the BC2 category. Donc, ceci marque maintenant la fin de la période d'échauffement et la partie va débuter. Dans le jeu d'équipe, chaque athlète a 2 balles à lancer. Et dans l'équipe, il doit y avoir en principe, il doit y avoir un BC1 sur le terrain en tout temps. Donc, voici le début de la partie. So the strategy in team is a little bit different than in individual. Here we have the ball. The jack is placed more in the middle. They often want to play the jack where their BC1 player is positioned on the court. That's to put that player at advantage because the BC1 category is more affected by CP, and so giving them a fair advantage to be able to access the ball. So often the play will be the jack will be placed in front of that player.
Can you see it? Yeah.
Autour de des coéquipiers de Mike Mercer de faire le lancer. So Mike from Newfoundland will be throwing out the next ball. Now it's time for British Columbia to come forward and gain possession of the jack. It's the same rules. The team keeps throwing balls until they are able to regain the point. So it could possibly exploit all their balls, but the goal is to try to regain the point in the least amount of balls possible. Because also strategically, you want to think about who is going to be throwing the next ball. You want to make sure that you do not exploit one athlete completely. So you will see them cycling through different athletes to throw out a ball, depending on how many balls are left. We see here that Hanif has probably thrown out all his balls now because he had an open jack. He's an expert at capitalizing on the jack, and he again did a good job at getting close to the jack and opening it up for his teammate. Hanif a réussi de lancer sa deuxième balle vers le cochonnet. Oh, Hanif had a ball left. So we just saw here that Hanif was able to take back the point with a push. Now it's time for Newfoundland to have Mike Mercer went out and look at the play to see what the team's next
They got 5,000.
move will be. So I don't know if Mike has any more balls left, but the team has 3, and because of the referee, I cannot see if Mike has thrown out all his balls, but it looks like he has. So again, you'll notice that the next players they can be blocked quite a bit. Like their BC1 player now will attempt to go through somewhat of an opening, maybe open it up for his teammate. So in teams, there's a lot of shots that will be done in order to help another one to score. And here Haley will reposition her chair. She has 1 left, and see if she can move the points away. Okay, right now their Stephen, their BC1 player, is the one with 1 ball left. Not sure how many blue are close to the jack right now. Maybe 1. Okay, so all the Newfoundland balls have been thrown out. It's 9 time to okay, now so BC has come out to check the points that they have. There are Paul has a ball left. He's the only one that has. Yeah, Paul has only, and they decided to concede the last ball. So he needs to put the ball down to demonstrate that he is not going to be throwing that ball again. And BC scores here 1 point. Thank you. So BC team takes the lead with in this first and 1-0. Now the way that it goes, the next player to throw out the jack will be the following. The first player of Newfoundland will throw out the jack. So each athlete has a turn with the jack. Donc maintenant, qu'est-ce qui va se passer? Excusez-moi. Qu'est-ce qui va se passer, c'est que la prochaine équipe, ça va être au tour de BC d'avoir le cochonnet et ainsi de suite. On alterne le cochonnet d'une personne à l'autre. On a joué très, très serré. C'est un bel exemple ici de garder toutes les balles proches. Malgré qu'il y avait autant de balles en l'entour du cochonnet, on a juste produit un point. Donc, c'est deux équipes avec des athlètes à haut niveau. Ici, chaque équipe a un médaillé d'or dans son équipe. Et donc, c'est du bon jeu. Dans l'équipe juste dans l'équipe de Colombie-Britannique, on a Hanif, médaillé d'or en BC1, et Steven, un médaillé de bronze en BC1. So we're about to begin the second M. KBC now has the jack. Playing the ball in front of their BC1 player, Hanif Mauji. First ball a little bit short. We would have liked to have that first ball closer for sure. Now Newfoundland approaches the front of their boxes in order to play the next ball. The jack's completely open. When the jack's completely open, I'm thinking they're going to go with their player that has the highest success rate at nailing the jack, and they're going to decide who's going to take that next shot. Okay, so they go with Steven. Has put in a good ball there for them, making sure that it's in front of the jack and close. Okay, Paul Talbot decided to throw the ball, went a little bit long. Excuse me. So they're going to go with Hanif here with the drop. Oh, Paul just dropped the ball. I can't see from behind the referee, but obviously Paul has lost one of his shot because it just has to cross that front V line in order to be in play. So they're going with Hanif. Hanif is blocked though. If Hanif is blocked, there's not much he could do. Trying to get over that, see if he can get in because he's blocked and bowling might get him. So with the toss like that, good choice. Even though it took a bounce behind, that definitely having a back protection is not a bad thing. So here we have Newfoundland approaching getting into their box and getting into position. And now the decision is to who will be throwing out the next ball. Both Haley and Mike have a clear view of the jack, or fairly clear view. And Mike might be a little bit blocked, but I don't think so. I think he can see that jack. But he's going to go with Haley's. The stronger BC2 tends to want to keep a ball in case something like there's the different strength of the athletes, and Haley's very good to get to the jack, and she also has 2 balls, so she needs to be shooting. Now she has a back protection, and might not be a bad idea to. Well, she's good. Everybody's in good position. They still have 1 ball, so it is the turn of BC to come out and play their last ball. So it looks like it's Hanif as his last ball to play. And hopefully he's going to be playing with some confidence here. He can make this shot. And Hanif is getting ready for the shot, and just a little shy. He was hoping to maybe park his ball on the red there. So looks like they puts Newfoundland in a good position here. They have currently a point, and they're remaining. Each athlete has a ball. Maybe Mike has 2. Mike has 1. I don't know where the other one went, but okay, let me see. Yes, they have 4 balls left, so lots of time in this. This jack is very open, and there's the closest blue ball is not gonna be hard to beat. There it is. Which asks for the score. 2 blues. Okay, so Haley, Mike decides to send Haley for the next shot. Donc, Mike a décidé de demander à Haley d'envoyer le prochain lancer. Elle est en bonne position, elle voit le cochonnet, elle a beaucoup de choses, beaucoup de balles à sa malgré qu'elle est droitière, je pense. Mais elle lance d'en avant, donc elle est capable de venir. Oui, c'est une belle balle. Ça va compter, cette balle. Sans problème. Ils ont 3 points maintenant. So they're looking at in a good position here to score 3 in this end. They still have Steven with the ball left. Okay, Steven asked his assistant to roll the ball so it's nice and round. See, this is a BC1 player, and he takes a shot and makes it. So they're looking at 4. And now Mike has a bit of a smiley face right now. I think he's pretty happy about this situation. Yes, they make it look easy. So this will help the Newfoundland team to advance to 5 points here. So taking a comfortable lead in the second end. Captains are allowed to come out and confirm the score. Okay. 5 for red. So we have Newfoundland has taken the lead here, 5-1, with some very good play. We'll watch some of the replays now. And there's a ball that Haley put in. And then Steven's ball that goes in to score. Again, another excellent ball. And the clincher, finisher with Mike putting that in. So here we have it, the end of the second end with the lead from Newfoundland had a great scoring opportunity here, and he capitalized. Everybody put in the ball to score. They scored 5 points in his end, so making it taking the lead for them 5-1. Again, very good playing, very good communication. That's important in team play. So we're now the single has been given to start the third end. It will be Newfoundland to throw out the jack. The job will be done by their BC1 player, Steven. Stephen Westcott. Okay, so in a few seconds, the referee will be indicating to the BC1 player from Newfoundland, Stephen Westcott, to throw out the jack ball. I say confirming where they want the jack. And they decided to go, I think they might change the spot where they put their jack. Might be putting, it looks like he's going to be putting the jack in front of Haley for this end. I guess they're looking at putting it away from Paul, the strong BC2 player on the BC team. Oof. He was not able to get the jack in play, so the Team Newfoundland will lose the jack, and it will go back to BC to put it in play. I think with the hesitation, trying to keep it short is very hard for a BC1 when they're trying to keep the jack short. For them, it's hard to adjust the power of their shot because of the amount of spasticity they have. Donc, un athlète avec en BC1 qui essaye d'être très proche de la ligne, ça lui cause des problèmes je l'ai vu souvent cette semaine avec les BC1 surtout. La difficulté quand ils anticipent de mettre la balle, le cochonnet en jeu, mais très proche de la ligne de V, ça leur donne un peu de difficulté. Et on a vu ici classiquement l'erreur commise par Steven. Donc maintenant, ça veut dire que pour les 2 prochaines manches, c'est la Colombie-Britannique qui va avoir l'avantage du cochonnet. Parce qu'on perd le cochonnet si on ne réussit pas de le mettre en jeu. You lose the jack, and that means you're going to be two hands where the other team will have the jack. They have your jack, which you missed, plus their own jack. So Hanif throughout his first ball, quite short. Again, playing maybe with a little less confidence today. There should be no pressure. This is team play, but they have all the hard games out of their way. But then again, with just 2 balls, sometimes with you're thinking you have 6, you're a little bit more confident. When you're thinking about I only have 2, they put an internal pressure on themselves, having just the 2 balls. Donc parfois, ça cause un stress additionnel. Quand un athlète en BC1 a 6 balles, ça le stresse moins de manquer une balle. Et maintenant qu'il y a juste 2 balles, chaque balle prend un peu plus d'importance et de volume pour eux autres. Donc le Mike a lancé sa première balle, il a manqué le cochonnet, donc, mais c'est quand même une balle en arrière qui est une protection arrière. Donc he has, in spite of the ball going long, it's still a back protection for him. So we'll see if who decides to throw the next ball. Maybe he'll send Hanif again, because Hanif, he's good when he sees the jack. He's very jack driven, so he's thinking they'll send probably Hanif again because the jack is so open. Oh, no, I see Paul. Unfortunately, because of where the referee stands, I have no idea what the box 1 is doing. But that's his job. He has. It's not about me being able to see the play. I'll look out at the screen, and that might be helpful for me. Okay, so next ball. Paul Jabel's ball was not long enough. Donc, son lancer n'a pas été assez fort. Maintenant, on va y aller avec son coéquipier Nathan Bragg pour faire le lancer. Très bon lancer, c'est beaucoup mieux ici, mais malgré que le cochonnet demeure encore ouvert pour l'équipe de Terre-Neuve. That was a good shot, but the jack remains open. Lots of space there. We need to close the gap. So there's Haley's open. Mike can see the jack. Steven can see the jack. So this is their chance here to, with that back protection, maybe having Haley throw out the ball, and with a little bit of an extra oomph on it to make it stick to the back protection, might be an option. Donc peut-être une option, ça serait d'envoyer Haley ici avec un lancer assez puissant pour pousser le cochonnet vers la protection arrière. Et de cette façon-là, en plus, Mike est ouvert pour... Et voilà, Haley a fait un bon lancer, est rentré là. Excellent shot by Haley, right where it needed to go. So Nathan's going to have to, if he goes, he's going to have to go really softly and to draw. I don't know what the question was there. Switching out the balls, I'm not sure. So Nathan's going to go. Again, he has to be wary of the back protection. He's going to need to go into a soft draw and hopefully be right on the jack. Or even if he's puts a ball there for to take away Haley's next shot, he needs to close that gap on Haley's side because Haley still has a ball left. Donc Haley, il lui reste une balle. Donc c'est important ici de fermer un peu l'ouverture, mettre sa balle sur le cochonnet, mais il a manqué son lancer. Probablement, là, des fois, là, c'est le pouce là, qui se rend qui est dans les jambes. So Haley's open, still open. So Paul is going to see what he's going to do. Maybe with a big push, but even then, he'll have to push and hide the jack behind the blue, but I don't know what options he has. Just closing up maybe for Mike. Yeah, thinking about Mike as a next shooter and closing in and blocking Mike. That's exactly what he decided to do. So at this point, you try to start thinking defensively. And thinking Hanif is very blocked, but maybe he can go on the left there a bit. Donc, Hanif va placer sa chaise. He's going to place his chair in order to get a better view. But it's not going to be an easy shot for Hanif. And Hanif's ball went too far. He was probably trying to put it on in front of Mike, but with just too much power. That's a hard ball too that he had. Okay, so autour de Terre-Neuve, ils ont plusieurs balles de reste. Chaque athlète, je pense, il en reste une ou deux même. Pas chaque athlète deux, mais je crois que nous avons ici Steven à 2 balles. Mike, peut-être une et Haley une. Pas en ce moment si c'est une bonne idée d'envoyer Haley tout de suite, mais peut-être. J'allais envoyer peut-être Steven avec au moins une balle. Ouais. Donc, Haley a pris un petit peu trop vite en même temps qu'elle écoutait son coéquipier. Elle n'a pas eu le temps de vraiment juste éteindre tout le bruit autour d'elle puis se concentrer. Elle était encore en écoute avant de s'installer pour prendre son lancer. So she was still kind of listening to her teammate and then said, oh yeah, I'll be doing that, and then didn't take the time to just break away from that conversation and actually take her time and take her shot, because this is an easy shot for Haley. Obviously, she rushed it. So I'm thinking they're asking Steven to go again to throw his next ball. He's open. It's just that was again just the way the hands like to follow through. Just a little bit not fluid right now. Again, what we notice with the BC1s, the inconsistency. They because they're dealing with so much in their body that it's more difficult for them to be consistent. And then Mike comes up short. I don't know. They're playing intimidating. I don't know, but it's 1. So blue is. Red scored 1 here. Okay. They had opportunities here to score, but they didn't capitalize on them. Being patient, taking your time. Don't forget your routine, your pre-shot routine. In teams, there's distractions. They're trying to listen to the right, to the left. Is it me? Is it your turn? Communication, keeping it calm and smooth. So it's not that they're in a bad position, but obviously they were able to do a lot more points here, and they didn't have a chance to capitalize on it. And I noticed a couple of reasons why that might have happened. So c'est important ici en équipe de chaque fois que tu prends, c'est ton tour à lancer, de prendre ton temps, de vraiment bien te déconnecter de la dernière communication. Il n'y a pas de presse, on a du temps. Donc c'est ça. Peut-être quelque chose à mentionner. Les entraîneurs vont dire c'était cool, tout est beau. C'est encore le tour à la Colombie-Britannique d'avoir le cochonnet à cause de la dernière erreur de Newfoundland. Donc, si je m'abuse, on est en quatrième manche. Je pense bien que Hanif va être encore avec le cochonnet. Important à noter ici, les arbitres sont indispensables à le jeu de boccia. Sans eux, on ne peut pas avoir de tournoi. Sans les assistants sportifs, les opérateurs de rampe, toutes les personnes qui travaillent dans l'arrière-plan afin d'accompagner les athlètes dans leur compétition et dans leur pratique. C'est petit remerciement à tous ces gens. C'est des bénévoles. En grande majorité, ils travaillent de façon bénévole. Nos arbitres, c'est sûr. Et voilà, Hanif, il va avec la longue balle. Puis maintenant, il va suivre avec sa première balle. I was saying thanking the referees and all the volunteers that make these events and every event possible. Without them, these athletes would not have this venue for their athletic prowess. See how Hanif is able to get that far. If he takes his time, he gets a good throw. Again, his ball, if you go long, but the only two balls you brought are fairly soft, the jack might have been a little harder than Hanif, because you have to decide which jack we use. I don't know whose jack this is. And it's not your jack for every end, it's the team's jack. And they'll decide whose jack to use. So if that's a fairly hard jack, Hanif was able to throw it out there, no problem. It'll roll nice. But if his balls that he brought to play in teams were more on the softer side, hence the reason why that might have been a more difficult task for him to get to the jack. Mais maintenant, Haley, elle a des bonnes balles, un bon visu, et elle réussit de placer la balle derrière le cochonnet. So Haley here, she's probably playing with the balls a little bit more firm, and also she's a BC2, so she has more power. Was able to get to the jack first. They're going with Nathan to see if he can get on the jack now. Again, you see his balls are soft. I mean, they're quite soft. If your strategy is to play short, so you will bring out your softer balls, you won't use that. But if you change your strategy and play a longer jack, then you're stuck with your soft, and that makes it more difficult for you to get close to that jack. So it's kind of like a catch-22. But Paul has a good shot here. He's able to. He likes the long game. Okay, so that was enough to force Newfoundland to come out and throw out some balls. Donc ça, c'était assez proche pour que l'équipe de Terre-Neuve soit forcée à revenir et lancer quelques balles. Ellie va aller voir. Ellie aurait pu demander de l'aide pour venir voir, mais elle va venir voir. Là, elle a demandé de l'aide pour retourner. Donc, l'accompagnateur de jeu est pour l'équipe. Il est là pour le BC1, mais aussi il peut aider le reste des équipes justement pour apporter la chaise vers l'aire de jeu et retour parce qu'on n'a pas tous les athlètes jouent avec des chaises motorisées. Il y en a qui préfèrent jouer avec une chaise manuelle parce que ça les met plus près du sol. Et donc, c'est le cas de Hailey. Elle a probablement une chaise motorisée, mais elle ne l'utilise pas dans son jeu. C'est la même chose avec Mike. Ça, c'est sa chaise de jeu. Donc, les athlètes ont une chaise de jeu, puis une chaise pour leur vie quotidienne. Et ça s'avère que là, ils ont besoin un peu d'aide parfois juste pour faire ça plus rapide. So, to expedite the process of going out to play, to see the play, getting a little bit of help is useful, just for the speed. These athletes can get there, but obviously with the manual chair, it's a little bit more demanding over time. Okay, so those are 2 balls that they've been thrown from for Newfoundland, and not able to beat the. So Mike sets up for his next throw. And he has that 2D, and he was able to nail the jack. And that will be a very, very important shot. That's a key shot here at that distance. Again, putting his team in a very good scoring position here. Donc ça, c'est un bon lancer de Mike, très dessus de cochonnet, vraiment mettre son équipe en très bonne position aussi pour garder le point. Ça va, l'équipe de Colombie-Britannique va avoir beaucoup de travail à faire. Ils vont y aller avec Hanif. Hanif, il va lancer la prochaine balle. Oh, on attend. Non, c'est pas Hanif. Paul a décidé. Peut-être que Paul va y aller. On voit que Paul s'apprête à lancer sa balle. Pas assez long encore. You've probably noticed if you've been watching, you have athletes of different age level here, and age is not a deterrent. Age doesn't matter. We have athletes well over the age of 40 who are still playing, and we have young ones as young as 16 playing. So it's nice. It's a sport where your age isn't a factor. Obviously, as you grow older, might not be as strong as you were when you were a kid, but definitely able to play bocce, and also you gain experience in other ways, and you can help the young ones advance. So that was good because you can see the hear that ball, and if ball was the hard one. And that had a good roll for him. Not able to move anything, but definitely at least got close to the target. Maintenant, la dernière balle à Steven. On va voir si au moins peut fermer. So there's Newfoundland has 2 balls left, and this is the last ball for BC in this end. Again, deciding between the overhand, the underhand. Okay. The accuracy here he lost through the follow-through. Donc, Terre-Neuve ici vont revenir et il leur reste 2 balles à placer. Leur athlète, je crois que c'est leur athlète BC1 qui lui reste 2 balles. Donc, on va voir si cette distance pour lui est atteignable. So, they have Steven, the BC1 player, has 2 balls left, and we'll see if this distance is attainable for him. That ball is pretty hard, so it rolled well, but fell short of the target. But they're still scoring. So if the ball, the next one is soft, it will be a little bit difficult to get to the target, but we'll see what he does. Exactly. So it looked like it was a softer ball and was not able to make the target, but they score in this end 1 point to continue their lead and advance to 7-1 going into the fifth end. Donc la Terre-Neuve prend le devant ici. Donc la stratégie pour aller plus long, pour jouer plus long, a pas porté fruit pour la Colombie-Britannique. Ils ont allé loin, mais encore en jouant à loin, c'est important d'être capable de suivre avec sa première balle. Et ils n'ont pas réussi à suivre avec la première balle. Ils avaient une grande distance. Et ensuite, on a l'autre Newfoundland qui ont réussi à mettre leur balle près du cochonnet. Et ensuite, que Mike il l'a mis sur le cochonnet. Donc ça a rendu la difficulté pour Colombie-Britannique de produire des points. So we'll see what happens here with the next end. So it will be Mike, I think now Mike Mercer will be the one throwing out the jack ball. It's the fifth end. So it's time for Newfoundland. And also we have a substitution here. They're putting in Chris. Chris Alpin is a BC1 athlete. You're allowed to have 2 BC1s, 3 BC1s, but you have to have at least 1 BC1 playing. You cannot have 3 BC2 players in this team. So Paul has been replaced by Chris. So Mike Mercer from Newfoundland will be throwing out the jack ball. That's the next play. So Mike decides to play along the sideline in front of Haley. I think that he did that strategically to hinder Chris's ability to get there. And he did it to also help. Actually, there's 2 substitution here. Sorry, I missed one. Okay. Lisa is in for Hanif. Okay, so they're going to go with their first ball thrown out by Nathan. And that was, he got closer. And we'll see. I don't know if Haley might be blocked here. I'm going to take a look. Maybe not. She might be partially blocked. But she indicates that she's able to make this shot. And a little bit long. Now the referee, with those kind of situation, sometimes obvious, but sometimes it's not. You have to measure. Donc maintenant, il va mesurer parce que c'est pas évident, ces distances-là, quand c'est presque égal. Faut vérifier avant de faire une décision. Oh. Et il semblerait que la balle rouge est assez proche. Donc, ça va être à bleu à lancer. Donc, Colombie-Britannique vont devoir s'avancer et prendre le lancer. Nous sommes en décision qui va lancer. So they're trying to decide who's going to take this shot. Look at they're waiting to see who's going to grab the ball. Looks like they're going to go with Chris. Chris Alpin here from BC is going to take the next shot. Donc, le prochain lancer va être fait par Chris. Une distance quand même assez longue pour lui, évidemment. Puis encore, si la stratégie était de jouer proche, puis là l'équipe joue loin, tu vas pas apporter les balles qui vont t'aider à aller loin. Donc, c'est toutes des choses qui se décident dans la salle d'appel. Et avant, on décide c'est quoi notre stratégie de jeu pour aider aux athlètes de décider quelles 2 balles, parce qu'ils ont 6 balles, mais il faut juste qu'ils en choisissent 2. So the athletes have 6 balls, but they have to choose 2 according to the strategies that will be used by the team, but they have no control over the other team's strategy. So they usually grab a ball that's not too soft and not too hard, so middle density, and again, and hope that the strategies that they've used in the decision are good for them. So Nathan's going to be the next one to try to get his ball on the jack. Which he does. Nice shot. Very good shot. That really is a perfect shot. It's going to be hard to dislodge that ball from the jack. So Haley right now, her job would be just at least to draw as close as possible to the blue ball so that they don't score a lot of points. They can score 1. So at this point you're thinking, okay, I'm getting in there close, but again, too long. She probably has the harder balls because as a BC2 they tend to throw a little harder. But they're still in a pretty good position, even if BC scores a few points on them. I think they have only 3 balls left, bringing it to 4, 5. So the game is still in control for Newfoundland, and that was an excellent ball. That's what you needed to do. He needs to get in there close, just to close the scoring opportunities, the high score. They may score, but you want to minimize the amount of points the team can make on an end. Donc il veut maintenant, c'est une très belle balle pour essayer de minimiser le montant de points, parce que selon moi, les athlètes qui leur restent des balles en BC n'ont peut-être pas la force que ça prend pour se rendre à cette distance. Là, Mike, il reste une balle et Mike a la balle. Il va demander, il va jouer dans l'arrière de sa boîte. Peut-être il va être obligé de demander à son coéquipier de reculer. Peut-être pas. Je comprends pas, là, il me semble. Je le ferais reculer, mais... OK. Donc, Mike a manqué la cible de justesse, mais je pense qu'elle est en force, là. Mais là, on va voir qu'est-ce que BC vont faire. Il leur reste 3 balles. Chris en a une et Lisa en a 2. pas pourquoi qu'on concéderait, là, en discussion de concéder. Je comprends pas pourquoi. Ah! Concède leurs 3 balles. Ils vont garder leurs points. Donc, l'arbitre indique aux athlètes de mettre leur balle au sol. So they concede three shots. I'm not sure why they would do that, but I guess they're happy with the 1 point. Maybe they feel that Chris Kant is blocked. So a couple of reasons why they might have decided to concede those last 3 balls. So they take the point and bring it into the 6th end. So they decided to concede the last 3 shots. Again, it's all probably based on the ability of their teammates to make the shots, being the ball is cross court. Donc, ils ont décidé ici de concéder leurs 3 dernières balles. Il était quand même assez ouvert, mais c'est une décision basée sur possiblement sur les balles que les joueurs ont en main, l'habileté de se rendre à cette distance. Et tenter le tout pour le tout, ils ont décidé de jouer plus prudemment. Donc, nous avons un point de plus pour BC qui amène la partie 7-2. Okay, so we are in our last end, the 6th end of this teams competition, BC1, BC2 combo. British Columbia versus Newfoundland. Newfoundland is leading here 7-2. Chris is the BC player from, will throw out his, just threw out his jack. There's a jacks in play, we're good to go. And now we'll follow up with a first ball. So in teams, the player who throws out the jack must throw out its first ball. That's not, nobody else can throw the first ball out. So you each get a turn with the jack and the first ball. So this is an important first ball for BC. C'est une première balle importante et c'est une excellente première balle. Félicitations Chris pour avoir mis la balle directement sur le cochonnet. Maintenant au tour de Terre-Neuve. Now Newfoundland will approach the box and decide who's going to be taking the next shot, because that was a perfect first ball on Chris part. So hoping the BC team are hoping that Newfoundland will exploit a few balls on attempting to dislodge or regain the point. I think we're going to go with still conferring on who's going to take the shot. I think Haley was given the job. And, oh, just short of the target. But she has back protection now. Good distance. Just missed the target by just a little. C'est une bonne balle. Elle est allée un peu longue, mais c'est quand même, ça offre la protection arrière. Mike peut toujours utiliser cette balle pour envoyer une de ses balles pour se rapprocher du cochonnet de l'arrière. Donc, on va voir, il envoie ici, utilise Steven pour la prochaine balle. Selon la préparation, ici, on voit que c'est Steven qui va prendre le prochain lancer. C'est important que Steven n'ait pas lancé des balles pour bloquer Mike en ce moment. Donc, il faut qu'il reste loin du devant de Mike, si c'est pas déjà fait. Mais je pense que Mike peut quand même voir le cochonnet et le jeu en ce moment. Donc, une petite poussée pour Mike. Peut-être prendre le rebord droit du cochonnet avec un petit coup pour le faire décoller de la balle bleue. Il va y aller par un lancer par le haut. Vous voyez la balle que son coéquipier a lancée? C'est justement ça. Tu veux essayer d'éviter de créer un bloc pour tes adversaires. En équipe, il faut être conscient du fait que notre lancer peut affecter notre coéquipier. Donc, là, par erreur, il a passé une balle devant Mike et on voit bien que ça a été une balle qui va nuire à son habileté de... Il faut fermer ça, là, parce que quand même, en dernière manche, avec un écart de 5... ah oui, ça c'est mieux. Ça c'est mieux, ça vient d'éliminer l'habileté de compter beaucoup de points de BC. So this ball will help keep the score close and also will give their BC1 athletes something to use as a target. And there it is. That's the shot he wanted to do earlier. It's not a scoring, but it's definitely protecting.
Okay, Mikey, take that spot.
See what Mike's able to do here with the two balls in front of him. Back up in your box, Mike. Go and see. Back it up. Yeah. Sometimes athletes, and I've done it too, you tend to play in the front of your box because you're comfortable there and you feel that you're going to be able to be more in the game. But sometimes backing up in your box opens up a different angle. You're not so narrow in your angle. Back up, it widens up the view. And that's what he wanted to do the first time. So this is a defensive play, just getting right in there, conceding a point. It'll be very hard for Team BC to come back and score 3, 4, 5 points here. Like they have 5 balls left. Oh, I can't count. So lots of back protection there. Nathan's block, he's got two reds in front on his side. And he has to go for it, take at least a shot. We're going to ask Lisa to throw out her ball. It was a good line. It was a good line, nice straight. Again, she doesn't have a lot of options there, so just maybe trying to get one close to the red. A shout out to all the ladies out there. If you're feeling that you haven't had motivation to try bocce, if it would be a good time to do that. They're looking at definitely bringing the sport, introducing women to this bocce sport in order to grow, because internationally there will be the divisions will be now there will be a female and a male partitions of the categories. So if you're out there and you've been debating if you should get involved, call your Cerebral Palsy Association, call Bocce Canada, and in your region to see how you could get involved. Start small, start clubs, start for fun, and who knows, may bring you out to the Paralympics one day, taking the chance of trying it out. If you think you don't have it, I'm telling you, everybody here, there's a place for someone, and it's a fun game. Donc, j'encourage les jeunes filles, les jeunes femmes qui sont là peut-être à écouter et ne jouent pas au boccia, mais ils pensent qu'il n'y aura pas une place pour eux. Je vous dis, en tant que jeune femme, c'est le temps de s'impliquer au boccia. Si vous avez une dystrophie musculaire, vous voulez un sport, la paralysie cérébrale, vous voyez ici des joueurs de rampe, des lanceurs. On a assez de catégories pour possiblement vous trouver une place. Commencez à contacter votre région sur n'importe quelle association pour les personnes à handicap, pour voir qu'est-ce qu'on a pour vous commencer. C'est très important de s'impliquer en tant que femme. En ce moment, le sport se développe. On est à la recherche parce qu'au niveau mondial, les compétitions mixtes vont être éliminées. Et on va avoir des catégories. Le BC1 vont être BC1 femmes et BC1 hommes. Et toutes les divisions vont être divisions selon leur sexe. Donc, n'hésitez pas. Voici la dernière manche. Ici, nous avons une victoire de Terre-Neuve au décompte de 7-2. Non, c'est-tu? Oui. Donc, on a vu une belle partie ici. C'est évident que il y a les manches où le jeu était ouvert. Terre-Neuve a eu la chance de vraiment maximiser leurs points en ce moment. C'est ça qui est important. Quand on a la chance de compter beaucoup de points, c'était le point tournant. La manche où le cochonnet était perdu, on n'a pas perdu espoir, on a continué à travailler fort. Donc, félicitations à l'équipe de Terre-Neuve sur leur victoire sur la Colombie-Britannique pour un point de 7-3. Donc, quand même, BC a compté deux points dans la dernière manche. Donc, merci beaucoup. La prochaine partie est à 11h. On a les mixed pairs. Dans le terrain numéro 1, c'est un mélange. Mixed pairs, on a mélangé les BC5, les BC4 ensemble pour faire une partie. Donc, merci beaucoup et à bientôt.